There should be something special here from Remet. You already know, when we get a box like this, chances are we are going to be checking out something sweet. And drum roll, please. What are we looking at? The Remette RT-Scepter, right? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Let's go ahead and take a look. This should be a wild one. If it's anything, the pictures I've seen is anything to go by. So hope you guys are ready for this one, because I don't even know if I'm ready myself. We got the Remet zipper pouch here, wiping cloth, and woohoo! Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. What in the Betty Crocker tarnation? Oh man, this is wild. All right, let's just go ahead and get the wrapping off. Cut to the chase. What are we looking at? Man, I don't have my metal complex white gloves on to handle a knife of this caliber, but this is wild. Where do we even begin? Ooh, Cheese Louise. Okay, let's kind of break it down a little bit. Where do we start? I don't know. Let's start somewhere. First thing that really strikes you are the gold accents, right? Kind of gives you vibes like this knife belonged to a pharaoh, you know, down in Egypt so many thousand years ago. This is crazy. Then we got the Damascus inlay. That is a crazy Damascus inlay. I'm not sure the light is even doing it justice. That is probably the best angle there for the lighting. That gives you waves of like a yellow, purple, right, orange, different tones. The pivot actually looks very nice. It's a very interesting looking pivot there. We got a what seems to be a button liner lock. We'll check that out. Thumb studs are nice and gold as well. And we got this rising sun looking, right, little detail here in the back. That's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and see what the blade is all about, because, you know, they couldn't have possibly added Damascus on the blade. Like who would ever think about adding Damascus on the blade? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they absolutely did. That is right. What you're looking at, your eyes are not deceiving you. You are looking at a Damascus inlay in the blade itself. So it's screwed from one side, so it's clean. On the show side, right, you got your two T8s or T6s here on the opposite end. A very interesting concept. I want to say kudos to Remet, because not a lot of companies would have dared to do something like that, unless, you know, you're talking like custom knives and things like that. But a production knife like this one from Remet with all these bells and whistles, I don't know, man, this is like some next level stuff. Some next level stuff indeed. Loving the blade, by the way. Loving the geometry here. We got what, like a harpoon going on there with some belly, flat grind, no compound ground. This is an interesting fuller because it doesn't go right horizontal like most fullers do. So it's just like a diagonal line, bam, for personality. Goes well with this line right here on the Damascus inlay. Pretty interesting. Plunge grind situation, pretty good right there about where my nail is. Digging that. And do we know what steel we're working with? Is it hidden somewhere? I don't know. Let's go ahead and check somewhere. I know they like to hide them in some places. I might find it later in the video, but future me put that steel on the screen and HRC details. I gotta tell you, man, these, I was a little concerned about these thumb studs, but they work. They actually work really, really good. Reverse flick off the nail. Yes, absolutely. The best part is they absolutely did it. Remet, I'm telling you, they are one of those companies who are absolutely killing it. Not only are they doing button liner locks, but they are making it so that you can also disengage it as a liner. So I am here for that. I absolutely love it. Oof, beautiful drop shot action there, to say the least. Look at that. All right, let's kind of do it again a little bit slower. Nice. One last time for science. Wow. Good solid engagement here. And I'm not sure if I said liner lock. I'm sure somebody is halfway through typing a comment. I meant to say crossbar lock or bolster lock, whatever rocks your boat. Steel insert for steel on steel contact. We're looking at maybe what, maybe 20-ish% or so engagement. Gotta love it. And I mean, obviously this is all titanium. I mean, I think it goes without saying. No pull here. Back spacer is titanium. Look where they put the Remet logo right there. That is pretty sweet. A little bit of crown jimping back here. Linear solution post back there, nice and tucked away. No ugly holes in any way, shape, or form, right? Nice and neatly hidden back there. I absolutely dig that. And man, a knife that you can disengage as a frame lock, but you can still, right, use the button for it. That makes for one heck of a fidgety knife, I'll tell you what. Now I'm finding myself sliding off the thumb stud a tiny bit here and there. So pushing down and then deploying, probably the best way to go. There we go. But yeah, you got at least 3 different deployment methods. What a wild knife. Check out the alignment there, smack in the middle, as you would expect. And checking the ergos, yeah, you got a full 4-finger grip right here. That's perfect. Able to accommodate my average size hands. And if you have bigger hands, guess what? That's where this finger choil is going to come through. And also, right, look at this. My thumb just went from here to here, right behind the harpoon. And the best thing is they jimped the whole thing, right? The whole thing is jimped. Check that out. Feels good. So you can lock up here or you can lock up right here. Either way, right, both feel pretty good, especially with that jimping in there. I dig it. That feels right at home, being able to forward choke and more control of your cut. This is an absolutely epic knife, to say the least. Holy smokes. Now, the Damascus, of course, is going to get a lot of fingerprints, right? If you're not wearing gloves or what have you, you can see my oily fingerprints all over the knife. So that's just kind of like a trade-off with this knife. Is this going to be your next workhorse in your rotation? I don't know. I doubt it. As much as I don't have, you know, safe queens in my collection, I don't think you, if you buy this knife, would necessarily end up using it as an everyday workhorse. This is probably one of those that is going to spice up your collection, or maybe, you know, you use it on a like very special day, very special occasion, what have you. Look at the detail right here. The little like stair step, little milling there, also matched on the blade. Same thing on the other side. How about the level of detail of matching the same cutout for the button on the opposite side, even though there is no button on this side? I still think the pivot takes the cake. That looks like Vault 36 from Fallout. That is wild. Look at this. Holy smokes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Something you will see from, I want to say, Skiff Bearing, like one of their actual custom models. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous! And the fact that the knife actually works and performs very, very nicely, as you would expect. Everything dialed in. Beautiful action. Oh man, so smooth. Are there any details hidden in here? Not necessarily, but we do have some milling, right, going on the inside for weight reduction. I got to tell you, I mean, I feel like Remet here is going after Quechua and Reich's lunch. They're just showcasing one of the best pieces that they can do. They're basically saying, hey, look at us. This is what we're capable of doing. This is, you know, the top-notch, highest tier level quality work we can do. Yeah, definitely look at us and give us the attention we deserve. Gold pocket clip to match. I mean, I wouldn't take it any other color. Obviously not reversible, but this is, again, for as much as we give budget knives a hard time if the pocket clip is not reversible, a piece like this one, right, as a righty, it's hard to justify. Maybe they could have done a filler tab. That would have made the Damascus inlay look a little bit weird. So probably a trade-off. I'm not sure if they make lefty versions. If not, they should. It would be nice for lefties to be able to enjoy a knife that you can still deploy, right, and disengage with your left hand, especially because it has a button. But it is wild, absolutely wild, and I am here for it. Quick rapid fire measurements. It is going to be a big boy here, 8.5 inches overall length. Blade itself is 3.75 and 3.5 on the cutting path. And as far as the handle goes, 4.7, right, ish. 4.69, giggity, with my eyeball measurement. Very scientific, by the way. But ladies and gentlemen, needless to say, talk about a wild piece from Remet. They are absolutely outdoing themselves. They're just bringing the heat.